I wish there were more active careers in the game. It's good for storytelling, and going to work with your Sims is fun. Since there's only a few, I use clubs to create custom active careers. And I'm going to show you how, even in base game. I always start by building the workplace for the club gatherings. Choose a lot type that's the closest related to your career. For example, use a lounge or nightclub if your Sim is an entertainer, or a library for a general office space like the business career. Remember, some lot types can't be used for club gatherings like generic and wedding chapel. Miss Uis will be in the style influencer career, so I'll build Smogue Inc. on a retail lot. That way my Sim can buy the company when she's wealthy enough. I'll set up a small storefront with a few mannequins and an office with all career items. I'll make sure the office has one access point in order to lock the doors for my specific club. I want to keep customers and retail workers separate from the company employees. Some things to remember when building. If you don't have a good computer, keep the build small. If there's too much going on, it will make your game lag and freeze. For this reason, it's also better to have only a few club members instead of a full house. It makes things more manageable. I always build break rooms, and if you do, remember to keep it simple. Sims will autonomously cook meals on whatever counter available. Now, we can create the club. Make a rule that only those in the career can join, and add co-workers as club members. I use the wiki to check what kinds of skills and tasks are going to be required, and use that to choose club activities. The style influencer career has a lot of skills involved, so there's plenty to work on during the day. Make your build the meeting place for the club, and you're ready to work. I always wait for the work pop up and start the club gatherings anytime during that hour. It's a bit more realistic. You don't leave for work right at the time you're scheduled. For semi-active careers, always choose work from home. That way you have tasks to do while at work. In base game, the experience won't be as robust, but it can work. When you build a workplace, I suggest keeping it small and specific. That way you'll feel more connected to your coworkers. If you don't want Sims outside your career on the lot, build a workplace on the lot you live on. You'll have to go to work for the very first day and socialize with coworkers. You'll start meeting all sorts of Sims. The next day, use PTO and travel with your coworkers, or invite them to your house before the workday starts. Now, you can choose to do some activities together, or they can hang out while you complete your daily task and build skills. Unfortunately, you will run out of PTO days. If you use mods, you can use MCCC to add up to 99 PTO days. Or if you have seasons, you can use holidays to get a day off from work. Freelance careers work the best, whether you have packs or base game. The gig tasks are enough to keep your Sim busy for hours while providing plenty of opportunities to socialize with coworkers. Semi-active careers are a bit iffy. Sometimes the work-from-home tasks don't provide a lot to do in the day, but you can fill the time with doing the daily task or working on skills. If you're using mods, I highly recommend Little Miss Sam's Personal Objects mod. It allows you to claim almost any object. So if you want to use a specific office at work, you can claim the computer and chair for yourself. In my gameplay, after choosing a branch career, I consider my Sim a hiring manager. Whenever someone dies or leaves the career, I create a club for interviews. I also use this to lock a door for a private office. I only add one member one at a time and start a gathering so I can learn more about them. If things go well, I add them to the main career club. But that's not all. One of the unfortunate aspects of the game is that we are limited in what types of businesses we can own. So, through many trials and errors, I've found the best methods for creating custom businesses. Mind you, it's not flawless, but it is fun playing this way. This uses the retail system. So, to get customers, you need products on sale. You will need employees to make sales and restock items. So make sure there's always enough retail funds to pay your employees. If you're not against using cheats, the ones on screen unlock the best perks. First off, a spa. You can sell spa equipment, but also set up tables to attract customers for massage and manicure services. In my playtesting, this worked pretty well. Sometimes Sims autonomously ask for massages, especially if you advertise. But you can always offer services to customers. Next, a bar and nightclub. These were more finicky than the spa. In both of these, my aim was to be profitable from performance tips rather than sales. The best and easiest way to offer items for sale is to buy the ice-cold retail freezer and a drink tray. That way you can easily restock the drinks and drag them to the machine, setting them for sale automatically. The problem is that Sims huddle around the objects for sale, and it's hard to redirect their attention. Even with that, the better you are and the higher your celebrity, if you have Get Famous, the more you'll attract tips, and playing this way was a lot of fun. An art gallery is the most straightforward use of the retail system. You paint and set the paintings for sale. when I played, I never restocked the paintings unless they were copies of masterpieces. But my favorite custom business is the petting zoo. You will need the horse ranch pack for this, and it's more robust if you have all the animal-based packs. Plan and ranch animal day, and Sims will come to interact with the animals. You get paid for successful events. My save file has everything I've shown so far and more. There are families for all the semi-active careers. This includes workplace builds and pre-made clubs. We'll tour it, and if you're interested in downloading, the link is available for free on my Ko-Fi page. All the families and builds are available on the gallery using these hashtags. The Will family owns the Hillside Bar. Edward is a retired entertainer who met his husband Tristan at work. His son Anthony, a freelance programmer, hates Tristan and recently moved back home due to a breakup. Kristen and Marquise own the spa. These siblings were close once, but the stress of owning a business has wedged their relationship. In the Gallardo family, Corey is a gardener who wants to become a writer. Ashley, his wife, is a freelance fashion photographer. Their oldest son, Garrison, is in Cub Scouts, and their youngest, Jeffrey, is in Drama Club. These three friends live together and own Cliff's nightclub. Leanne is a pianist. Janet is a violinist, usually. And Melina is a comedian so tied to her gimmick you almost never see her outside her costume. Sydney is starting over after her breakup with Anthony Will. She owns the art gallery and is a freelance artist. Gabrielle is a single mother who wants to become a famous trendsetter. Unfortunately, she's not quite sure where she's misplaced her baby. Sam is an astronaut who has been babysitting for his neighbor for several weeks now. Surely she'll come back for baby Sarah soon, right? Raina is a successful businesswoman, but her parents dropped her lazy brother Riker on her after making him join the military, hoping the strict environment will make him more responsible. Claire owns the petting zoo and hired Christopher as a hired hand. Running the zoo is a lot of work, and she's grateful for his help. Ruby is a hothead critic who hates all her coworkers, but she thinks her neighbor is cute. Jermaine is following his dream of being a social media influencer. Unfortunately, he's kind of lame. Brock, Jermaine's father, a politician, wanted his son to follow in his footsteps, and it strained their relationship. Maybe he can patch it up before the Grim Reaper knocks on his door. Morgan, a conservationist, is in a long-distance relationship that isn't really working out for him and wonders if he should find someone else to love. The Corley family is very successful. Shane is educator like his father. His wife, Erica, is a lawyer, and his daughter, Martina, just became an engineer. No drama here, just good vibes. Jasmine and Russell are roommates. She's a freelance crafter and he's a civil designer. They're totally just roommates. No romance can be found here. Ernest, a salary person, is in a long-distance relationship. At least that's what his boyfriend says, but with a phone call, they can instantly be in the same place. He doesn't get it. Haley, a streamer, answered a roommate ad and now lives with Lindsay, a simfluencer. They're complete opposites, but it's not all bad. Lillian isn't exactly the best when choosing relationships for herself, but surely being a gloomy, romantically reserved loner won't stop her from helping others find love. Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe is the workplace for the business and salary person career. The business career is on the top level, the salary person is on the second floor, and there's a cafeteria in the lobby that you can use for home chef hustle if you have the pack. Space Y Military Base houses the astronaut and military careers. The science lab on the top floor is for the military career, and the bottom floor is a command center for the astronaut career. There's a press hall on the second floor. Limelight is an oddly shaped concert hall for the entertainer career. There's 2 stages, and the top floors have spaces for practicing every instrument in the game. The Co-Work Freelance Offices is the home for all the freelance careers and has spaces for several hobbies like knitting, DJing, and woodworking. The attics are even utilized, and the ground has every crop in the game for the gardener career. Smoke Inc. is a retail lot that sells clothes. You'll have to buy the lot with a different sim to actually set a look on the mannequins. Upstairs is the office space for the style influencer career, and on the top floor there's a photo studio. City Hall houses a courtroom with law offices upstairs, and a voting event hall where politicians can work upstairs. In the roof is the jailhouse. Completely non-functional, but it's fun to look at. San Myshuno Times houses the critic career on the second floor, and the social media career on the top floor, with sets for live streaming. Observe to Conserve is located in the renovated beach hut for the conservationist career. The Knowledge Providers Association is located in Britchester. It holds offices for educators and meeting rooms for Drama Club and Cub Scouts. Obscure Logistics is another retail lot that sells tech products. The engineers work on the second floor beside a spacious cafeteria. Fun note, this was a build for a Nardvillan Shell Challenge. Lean Green Design Co-op houses the civil designer career. Downstairs is the meeting event hall, and upstairs is the office for employees. What was once a wedding chapel is now a lounge that Cupid's Corner owns. Their employees in the romance consultant career have an office on the second floor. Thanks so much for watching. The save file link is free on my Ko-Fi page, or visit my account on the gallery.